All right, if you're looking into international schools, you have definitely come across the big two, IB and Cambridge. It's a huge decision, one that can really shape a student's entire school experience. So which one is right?
Look, I know this choice can seem really overwhelming, but we're going to clear it all up for you. In the next few minutes, we're going to break down both systems, put them side by side, and give you the clarity you've been looking for. Let's dive in.
So, to really understand what the IB is all about, you got to go back to the beginning. The story of how it was created tells you everything you need to know about its core philosophy. Okay, picture this. It's after World War II. You've got families of diplomats and international execs moving all over the world. They needed a school system that was consistent, high quality, and recognized everywhere. That was the problem the IB was created to solve. What's so interesting here is seeing how the IB grew over time. It started back in '68 with just one program for the oldest students, the diploma program. Then, over the decades, it expanded to cover younger kids, eventually creating a whole path from start to finish. And that complete path is what they call the IB continuum. It's basically 4 programs that are all linked together, designed to guide a student from their very first day of school all the way to getting into university. Let's take a quick look at each one. Everything kicks off with the Primary Years Program, or PYP. This is all about building a really strong foundation for the youngest learners, from ages 3 all the way to 12. After that, students move into the Middle Years Program, the MYP, which is designed to guide them through those crucial early teen years, from 11 to 16.
Then you have the one most people have heard of, the Diploma Program, or DP. This is that really intensive 2-year course for 16 to 19-year-olds that prepares them for university.
And for that same age group, there's also another option, the career-related program, the CP. This one is super practical, mixing those tough academics with real-world career skills. So that's the IB in a nutshell. Now let's switch gears and turn our attention to the other huge name in the game, Cambridge. First off, a quick heads up on the name. You might have heard of it as CIE, which stood for Cambridge International Examinations. Well, now they're called Cambridge International Education, and since it's part of the University of Cambridge, you know its reputation for excellence is rock solid. Just like the IB, Cambridge lays out a clear path for students, also from age 3 to 19. They call their version the Cambridge Pathway, and it's broken down into these 5 clear stages. Okay, now for the part you've been waiting for. How do these two systems actually line up? Let's put them on a map and see where they connect. So this is really, really important to get. There is no official, perfect one-to-one conversion chart, and that's because the systems are just built on totally different ideas. But schools all over the world use a kind of practical alignment to make things work. And this table shows that practical alignment perfectly. You can see the IB's PYP for the younger kids lines up with Cambridge Primary. The IB's 5-year MYP covers the same stretch as Cambridge's lower and upper secondary. And at the top end, the IB's DP and CP are the equivalent of Cambridge Advanced, which is where you find the famous AS and A levels. But hold on a second. I can almost hear you thinking, what about the IGCSE? That's a huge qualification. So where on earth does it fit into this picture? Right, here's the key difference, and it's a big one. The IB MYP is a 5-year framework for teaching. It's a whole philosophy. The Cambridge IGCSE, on the other hand, is a 2-year qualification that ends with a bunch of exams in specific subjects. So one is an entire approach to education, and the other is a set of tests. So after all that, what's the one thing you absolutely need to remember? What is the core, fundamental difference between these two educational giants? It's this right here. The IB offers a single, holistic educational framework that runs from beginning to end. Cambridge provides a flexible pathway of individual qualifications that you can kind of mix and match. A framework versus qualifications. That is the essential difference. And that leads us to a much bigger question, doesn't it? It's not just about choosing a curriculum for your child, it's about deciding which philosophy of learning, a unified holistic framework or a flexible pathway of skills, is going to best prepare our kids for the future. Definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining me.